Hello, it's Jimmy. Today I want to talk a little bit about how I take care of health insurance now that I am retired and don't have that available through an employer. Yeah, it's true. I don't have health insurance coverage, and I'm not worried at all. Insurance is only one way to mitigate risk. I'm willing to retain some risk, so I've got other options available. For me, not having health insurance does not equate to not having health care. Those are two completely different things. Health insurance is only a tool for mitigating risks, but health care is a lot more broad. It's more encompassing than strictly the insurance portion. I am in charge of my own health care. That does not fall to the insurance company, we'll say. I believe being dependent on a job is not healthy, ironically, just to have health insurance. I know it's been ingrained into, especially American culture, that you need to have a good job so that you can have these wonderful benefits. Well, your employer provides these benefits at a nice tax break to them because it's an expense that they are able to write off on their taxes. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. But I don't like when people say, well, I could never leave my job because I need the insurance. I doubt they actually need the insurance. There are other ways of taking care of your health insurance needs or mitigating that risk. And certainly staying at a job you hate or passing up opportunities outside that particular workplace is no reason to stay there. Ironically, working in the healthcare industry, I worked with plenty of people who were afraid to leave to go to other opportunities or just straight up leave because they weren't healthy where they were. That's not good especially when you're working in healthcare, to be there and be unhealthy. I had folks that had high blood pressure, had ulcers, were stressed out. And then strangely, they were using more of the health insurance benefits because of these ailments that they were getting from working at a job that they probably shouldn't have been at. That's quite the opposite from caring for your own health. I suppose they relied on that insurance because they were making unhealthy choices on their own. Healthcare to me is more about taking care of myself and not needing to rely on the insurance part. I know there are some side benefits of having health insurance. They might give you a discount at the workout palace. I witnessed this myself. Sometimes I would walk on the treadmill while watching Food Network, nonetheless. I was right by the door, so I could watch people come up with their little check-in tags. Almost every time I was up there, you'd see somebody with a mitt full of these tags, drive up, park right in front, of course, take their little tags out, hit the buzzer, just so that they were getting credit for appearing, I guess, at the workout palace, and then they drive off. They never actually came into the place. And I knew why they were doing it. They were scamming their insurance company by saying, well, I made X number of visits to the workout palace, so now I get $20 off my insurance premium. No, you weren't getting any exercise. You weren't being healthy. The way I take care of myself is, first of all, eat right, avoid the junk. I like a donut very rarely, but when I get one, I actually enjoy it. I don't sit there and scarf down a box of them and then feel bloated and lazy afterwards. That's not good. Moderation on that stuff, but being intentional about what I eat. I like celery. I like radishes. Maybe I'm weird, but they're healthier things to eat than trying to choke down some garbage at a fast food place day after day. As far as exercise, I don't do anything extreme. Try to walk every day, unless it's stupid cold like it is right now. But I got a treadmill. I can drive up to the mall and walk around there because, of course, nobody's in the malls anymore. I like riding my bike around the neighborhood. Nothing strenuous. I'm not Lance Armstrong. Certainly don't dope. I can't say that I'll ever enter a powerlifting competition like my friend Joe Austin. Good for him. I mean, he's my age and he's getting awards, like top awards in the World Powerlifting Championship in Las Vegas. Great. Love to cheer you on. I ain't touching that stuff. It's just not for me. The important thing is to stay active. Keep moving. It's a good thing. Physically, things just become more difficult as you get older. Uh, Things you wouldn't expect. And in my mind, I'm still 22 years old, but my body will remind me that that is no longer the case if I push it too far. But staying active and trying to stay flexible as much as I can, that's been a great help. The role of insurance is to cover expenses and risk that I'm not willing to retain. So for me, that means anything catastrophic. If I were to need to go to the hospital or have any sort of inpatient stay or non-elective surgery, that can get expensive very quickly. I know from working in the healthcare industry. Now, I'm willing to put at least $15,000 at risk every year. That's what my out-of-pocket expenses would be before the coverage I have would take over. And I say coverage because it's not insurance. I use a healthcare ministry, and it will pay for the costs of insurance after the point of the deductible or the risk that I'm willing to retain. Of course, my healthcare expenses are quite low because my wife and I are fairly healthy, but there are some routine things that we do like to have checked on. We just pay that out of pocket. It's maybe less than $1,000 a year for some routine checkups and different diagnostic things that we prefer to have done. And that's fine. We pay it out of pocket. I can always reimburse myself from my health savings account, but really that's fine. We're willing to pay that every year. Now, the fun thing with the health savings account is that at any time in the future, I can go back and pay those expenses, kind of reimburse myself out of that account at no penalty. So the money that I have in my health savings account can sit there and grow and grow and grow. Okay, so no health insurance. What are the options out there? There are some health sharing ministries like Christian Healthcare Ministries and MediShare. I'm sure there are other ones. Those are two that I just happen to know of. They're not insurance products, and they do have some guidelines that may turn some potential enrollees away. However, I kind of like that because if you're not living a healthy lifestyle, and for me, that also means a biblically based lifestyle, then they won't allow you in. They're not going to share your healthcare costs. And it kind of makes sense. If you're going to be obese and smoke and do things to your body that will certainly make yourself unhealthy, why should the rest of us who are trying to take care of ourselves pay for that burden? Take that as you will, but that was something that I thought was good for me and for my situation. Okay, another option, if that doesn't work, is state-sponsored health insurance programs, part of the Affordable Care Act. I did look into that, and the choices were very limited, and I don't know that they were necessarily affordable, what I consider affordable. Keep in mind, I'm rather frugal. Then there is the private healthcare marketplace. You can go straight up to the Blue Cross website if they offer insurance in your area and see what the rates are. They often have some different packages. I think they kind of follow the guidelines of the ACA, bronze, silver, and gold packages. That seems to be the industry standard. And of course, there are different deductibles and premiums that come along with that. I think working with an insurance broker might be the best way to go. They seem to have their finger on the pulse of that. And they'll be able to get a better rate and probably find a package that suits your needs better than you just shopping around on your own. It's rather daunting to do that. And these folks, they know what they're doing. And if they're not tied to a specific insurance company, they're not a captive agent, they'll be able to shop around and get a better rate. Most U.S. workers really expect health insurance to be part of their compensation package. Again, nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that's the only reason somebody should take a job. Now, I get it. People might have some chronic conditions. Okay, but get out of that mindset of, well, I need to work at this particular place because of the insurance it provides. At least look around. There are other options. If you love your job, great. I'm glad that that's available. But it becomes an obstacle when people are trapped in that mentality that they need to stay there. And as I said earlier, it can become an unhealthy circle. Well, once I realized there were other options available to me, retiring early became a lot less stressful. I didn't have to worry about it. I knew I could find some type of coverage that would meet my needs. That's all I've got on that topic of health insurance for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a great day.